वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। जय गणपति जय गणनायक जय गणपति जय गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक तेरी छवि अति सुंदर सुखदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। तू चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूरी रूप निराला तू चार भुजाधारी मस्तक सिंदूरी रूप निराला है मूषक वाहन तेरो तू ही जग का रखवाला तेरी सुंदर मूरत मन में तेरी सुंदर मूरत मन में तू पालक सिद्धि विनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक। मन मंदिर का अंधियारा तेरे नाम से हो उजियारा मन मंदिर का अंधियारा तेरे नाम से हो उजियारा तेरे नाम की ज्योत जली हो मन में बहती सुखधारा तेरी सुमिरन हर पूजन में तेरी सुमिरन हर पूजन में सबसे पहले फलदायक जय गणपति वंदन गणनायक जय निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण संताप सब मन के हरे मंगल सदा गणपति करे संताप सब मन के हरे मंगल सदा गणपति करे मन कर रहा प्रातः स्मरण मन कर रहा प्रातः स्मरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण तुम्हारी कृपा बेअंत है दोनों पे तू दयावंत है तुम्हारी कृपा बेअंत है दोनों पे तू दयावंत है हम आ गए तेरी शरण हम आ गए तेरी शरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण गणपति चरण जग दुख हरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण निश दिन नमो गणपति चरण
प्रेम से बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय Ganesh भगवान की जय. So this evening, my dear friends, Sitaram to one and all, and welcome to another evening again as we function on 25% of our capacity. So we go more virtual as we went through this whole Ganesh Utsav. Tonight or this evening is our last evening here in our home base. And as of tomorrow evening, we will be again with 25% capacity and virtual. We'll be streaming from Felicity, Kakandi Road in Felicity, in the Felicity Ganesh Utsav committee celebration. However, from tomorrow morning, we will still have offering here, and I will be here. Sandra and Franklin does reach for 6 o'clock. If they're still coming for 6, I'll be here for 6. And I'll remain until about 1 o'clock, at which time I'll go and take a 5 and then get dressed, and by 3:45, we'd be leaving for Felicity. We would not be waiting on anybody. If we know you know that 3:45 you want to go, be on time. I have to be on time because I have to start down there promptly at 5. It's not like here I could flex the time a little bit. Down there I had to start promptly at 5 and finish prompt at 7. There is no puja for me to do down there. It's just discourse. So our full team will be going down there, including Pandit Jai. So we would have some nice chants, bhajans, and wonderful discourses. Arati. And my discourses for this period will not be too long. Today, it will not also be long, but I always try to understand why the Lord lead me to sit in kathas. And this evening again is a katha which will continue to show to us, if we continue to live a very lustful life, a life only looking for the girls and the boys, how much trouble we could still have. Ravi? How much trouble we can still have. So devotees and friends, at this time, may you all put the hands together, close the physical eyes, as we concentrate and meditate upon that Divine Master. Putting the hands together, closing the physical eyes. Concentrate upon Bhagwan Ganesh. Bhagwan Ganesh will remove all obstacles from our path. Jehi sumirat siddh hoy, Gananayak kari var bharane, Kar ho yanugraha soy, Buddhi rashi subhat guna sadhana. Just by thinking of that name of Sri Ganesh, the name Naam, and by placing into your life the virtues, the storehouse of virtues of Sri Ganesh, all obstacles will be removed. So my dear friends, it is not just remembering the name plus adding the virtues of Sri Ganesh into your life will definitely bring success. Tulsidas ji tells us that. Gajananam bhutganadisevitam Kapeta jambho palisar bhakshanam Umasutam shoka vinashikarkam Namami नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पार पंकजम्। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वती रूपेण संस्कृतम् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नागेन्द्रहारं त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुभाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय। ॐ अंजनी गर्भासन्मुखो वायुपुत्रो महाबल कुमारो ब्रह्मचारी च हनुमान मे प्रसीद मे। ॐ भूर्भुवस्व तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति
जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय।
जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान। इसे भी ऋषि नारता सरोवर पर चले गई। तभी ऋषि पत्नी ने राजा के पास जाकर कहा कि तुम अति सुंदर हो जय श्री गणेश जय जय श्री गणेश भगवान। मैं तुम पर मोहित हो गई हूँ मुझे प्रसन्न करो। जय श्री गणेश जय जय श्री गणेश जय श्री गणेश जय जय भगवान। राजा बोले आप पुष्यम महर्षि के पत्नी होने से मेरा लिए माता जैसी है अत में ऐसा दुष्कर्मा नहीं करे सकता। यहाँ सुनाकर मुकुंदा ने उस श्राप देते हुए कहा कि तुम्हें मेरा तिरस्करण किया है इसलिए कुष्ठ रोगी हो जाऊं। राजा उसी समय कुष्ठ रोगी हो गया। जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणपति।
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees and friends, I know those who are around Ramayana Katha, and we all are around Ramayana Katha for a long time. No? Everybody here is accustomed at Ramayana Katha. And one of the Katha that I know that you so regularly hear is that Prabhu Shri Ram was passing through the forest and his feet touched the Rishi's wife, Gautama Rishi's wife Ahilya, who was a stone, who had turned into a stone, and she came back into her womanhood. Have you ever tried to understand how it is that this Rishi wife became a stone? So the Katha tells us this evening, my dear friends, that Gautama Rishi, where is Munishi? Gone again? Oh, Gautama Rishi was a person, had a routine. Early morning, he goes to the river, take his bath, and then back home after a certain period of time. In this age, if you have a routine and leaving your house open alone and you're going, bandits will come in this age. But in that age, bandits used to come. So he had a routine, my dear friends, every morning go to the river, come back and so on. But my dear friends, Ahilya was a very, very beautiful lady. Ahilya, Gautama Rishi's wife, was a very beautiful lady. And Lord Indra, listen who this evening, we hear the Rishi, Bharadwaj Muni, how he flipped. Munish, too much of flipping these days? But the Katha come back again. What are you going to do? So, my dear friends, Lord Indra, not just an ordinary king, but Lord Indra, who was the king of the celestial being, saw Ahilya from his position, and he could not resist. He wanted to be part of her life. But my dear friends, he could not win over Ahilya. So what he did, one morning very early, when Gautama Rishi went to do his dhyan and his tapas at the riverbank, Lord Indra came in the disguise of Gautama Rishi. In the disguise as Gautama Rishi. And so, my dear friends, what happened? He went and he started to make his lustful play towards Ahilya. Ahilya, my dear friends, into the situation, whether she realized it was Gautama or it was someone else, she knew that it was Lord Indra. But my dear friends, knowing this, she decided, you know how some of us like to do it? We know it wrong and yet still we play ignorant and we say we know that that's wrong. You ever do that? to answer me, then he's going to. Yes, my dear friends, how often do we know that something is wrong, but we play that we don't know that it is wrong? Because we want to do it. We want to indulge into the wrongdoing. Any of you find yourself in that position sometimes? Well, Lord Indra, the Lord of the celestial being, found himself into that. I believe sometimes we... Munesh, you ever find yourself in that position? Don't say nothing, Beverly, there. So, my dear friends, what happened? She went through, and they had those lustful moments. And when Lord Indra, in the form of Gautama Rishi, was coming out of the ashram, Gautama Rishi was coming back from the river. And Gautama Rishi saw Gautama Rishi coming out of his ashram. But this great sage would understand, and he would know exactly who he is. He gave this rap to Ahilya and said, you should have recognized, whether you recognize and you went willfully or not, you should have recognized. So you will turn to a stone, and it is only when the Lord is passing on this side will you be able to get back your position. It says not even birds will come around you. What birds coming around this stone for? Birds have nothing to get in the stone, so they would not come around. And my dear friends, I cannot tell to you what was the curse that Lord Indra got. But Lord Indra now, he gave Lord Indra a curse that Lord Indra had to go and hide himself. He was very much ashamed. Ravi, you think you know what is it? My dear friends, he made 1,000 shapes of the female most sacred part. He made 1,000 shape of that all over the body of Lord Indra. So he had to run and hide. Why must you do something that you had to run and hide for? You all understand the curse that he got? So you were seeing shapes like that all over his body. And my dear friends, he prayed. He did quite a lot of prayer. And he prayed to Lord Ganesha. And when he prayed to Lord Ganesha, he was in a stalk, hiding in a stalk. Nobody saw him. And when they came to look for him, my dear friends, they got him out of that. Then he did his penance atonement. And Lord Ganesha came to him. And Lord Ganesha, he asked, what boon would you like? And he said, I would like all these marks to turn into eyes. So from 1,000 shapes of that lady, that she would not expose to nobody at all. 1,000 of that turned to 1,000 eyes. And then, my dear friends, Brahmaji is narrating now to another great king, a young king by the name of... You have a long hard name. Let me read the name correct. So he was speaking to a king by the name of Rukamangada. And he was telling him now. And this Rukamandaga, my dear friends, got a curse too from a Rishi wife now. It says that Rukamandaga was a very, very handsome king, young, handsome king. And one day he was passing across by the ashram. another rishi ashram. And so, my dear friends, he was very thirsty. And very politely and nicely he went and he inquired for some water to drink. And when this rishi wife saw, my dear friends, this handsome guy, she flipped. And my dear friends, however, every move she made towards this young king, he bluntly refused her. And there she cursed him. And he too now had to get out of his curse. And so, my dear friends, this is what happened. Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai, Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan, Jai Sri Ganesh, Jai Jai Bhagavan. एक बत मृग्यां के नीचे बैठ कर अमरन आना करने लगा। ब्रह्मा जी बोले, हे द्वैपयम, तभी देवर्षि नारद उस मृगा से निकाल रहे थे। उन्होंने राजा को अमरन अनश्यां करते देखा तो उसका कारण पूछ बैठे। राजा ने उन्हें सब बातें जो उसे निर्धाश जनकर उनके दया आ गई और वे बोले कि विधार भार ज्यामे चिंतमानी गणेश नाम का एक प्रसिद्ध मंदिर है। वही गणेश प्रतिमा के समक्षा गणेशम पुंडाबी। उन समय जो कोई स्नान करता है वहाँ रोग भूख मुक्ति हो जात है। इसलिए तुम भी ऐसा भी करो। जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति, जय जय गणपति, जय गणपति, जय गणेश, जय गणपति। गणेश भगवान की जय। So, devotees and friends, it says, after Lord Indra came out of that curse, now he had 1,000 eyes. And you know they talk about the 1,000 eyes of Lord Indra. They don't talk about the 1,000 before. They talk about the 1,000 eyes. But my dear friends, I made that point, and I bring that part of the Katha very openly to you, to let you know that you must not perform any action that you will be ashamed of yourself after, and you have to hide yourself. Devotees and friends, Lord Indra performed his action. He disguised himself. He went to Gautama's Rishi's wife But afterwards, when Gautama Rishi, when he had to pay the price, and remember, my dear friends, every action that you perform has a reaction to come back to you, have a price to pay. And when the price came back to pay, my dear friends, he had to hide himself. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. So he prayed to Sri Ganesh Bhagwan, and my dear friends, he returned himself. After that, my dear friends, what he did, it says Devendra went to a place known as Kadamba. And on the bank there of a tank, and in India in those days, you would not find too much a lake and river in certain points, but they would have tanks. Tanks is where they dig and they drill and they get water, and they are able now to supply. So where there was a tank, my dear friends, Devendra or Lord Indra constructed a temple using very shiny marble stone. Now we might say, well, okay, marble is such an expensive thing for us down here. But my dear friends, in India, just like how we have boulders here, yellow boulders, limestone boulders, so they have junk of marble all over the place. So he built that mandir out of marble stone. And so, my dear friends, he carried out daily worship with grains and flowers. And there he conquered his 5 senses, concentrating, my dear friends, both his eyes at the tip of the nose and devoutly meditating on the Sadakshara mantra of Sri Ganesh. Like this, without food or water, he performed penance for many, many, many years. As a result, Lord Vinayaka, riding over a lion and carrying the Rudra Gagam in his trunk, appeared before Devendra. And so, my dear friends, Devendra, with immense devotion, raising both his hands above his head, with his palms put together, Jor Kare, he prostrated, he gave his obeisances. And so, my dear friends, pressing his whole body on the ground, he made pranam to Lord Vinayaka. And so, my dear friends, when he stand up, what he did, he made the pradakshina around Sri Ganesh. And Sri Ganesh, my dear friends, was so blessed with him. He asked of him, he says, "O Devendra, what would you like? What would you like?" My dear friends, Vinayaka was very pleased with his devotion, which tells to us sometimes when we make a mistake, accept your mistake, because, my dear friends, Lord Indra went into hiding. And then when Narad Muni, Narad and all of them went to get him out, it says he related to them his predicament, what led him to be into the hiding. He didn't hide one word. Today, my dear friends, we have a group of liars all over the place, only trying to make themselves feel that they are the Lord. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki. A group of liars, I'm telling to you. And so, devotees and friends, he came out and he spoke the truth, and that is how he was able to reach in this position where the Lord manifested himself to us. So, my dear friends, when you make a mistake, don't go in hiding and cover up behind somebody all the time. No. Come out openly accept the truth, and correct yourself and start looking for your atonement. Prem se Bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Devotees and friends, a group of liars will always destroy that which is great. But that which is great will always continue and will have its full force and Shakti that nobody, once you have God with you, nothing could ever shake you. Prem se Bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki. And this, my dear friends, the very first thing that Devendra had to do was to correct himself. And then what happened after? When the Lord asked him, he says, Lord, since I forget that mantra slightly, I suffered a great deal. What was the mantra? Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. So you see, all who forget that mantra and believe that Ganesh is nonsense, Lord Indra say here, not me. Lord Indra say when you forget that mantra and you kick that mantra, you will pay a price for it. Nobody could help you then. Prem se Bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki. He says, and he said here, he says, and he just forget the mantra, He forget the mantra, and he had a very hard price to pay. Lord, I was reinitiated again with the mantra by Lord Brihaspati, and I stand firm with it. And today, I am asking of you now, dear Lord, you have chosen to give me your grace. You have chosen to give me your darshan. Pray, grant me the boon that my devotion will never leave your feet. That my devotion will never leave your feet. For power, my dear friends, some people kick Ganesh Bhagwan. Yeah. Prem se Bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. So, my dear friends, he says, Brihaspati gave me that mantra once more. And I pray and I'm asking of you, Lord. You see, right here where you come and you stand up, I want your murti to remain here. And I want you call this murti Chintamani Vinayaka. And this tank here will be called the Chintamani Tirata. And he says, whoever take a bath into this, and whoever come here and worship to this village will known as the Chintamani Nagar. The Chintamani Nagar, the Chintamani village. And who take that bath into the Chintamani Tirat and worship this murti of yours, Chintamani Vinayak, will be granted the four Purusharthas of Dharma, Earth, Kam, and Moksha. They will be granted, my dear friends, earth, wealth, so that you could survive and you could always sustain yourself. You will have dharma. You will know what is right and what is wrong. You will then have, my dear friends, the enjoyment of what the Lord have given to you. And when you enjoy everything by the laws which the Lord have given to you, then you would have liberation, or what we call freedom. And this, my dear friends, is the benefit of doing this Ganesh Vrat for 1 year. You too can be able to be part of this. Today you can allow yourself to be initiated with that mantra. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Prem se Bole Shri Ganesha Bhagwan Ki. So my dear friends, before I start the puja, in a few minutes time, let's say 5 minutes, I would ask Umar to sing a song. No, you sing a song. And I would ask Candy and the rest and Beverly and they, there's something somewhere wrong. Will you please bring them out for me, please? So my dear friends, Ganesh Vrat must go with your commitment. Today, my day was so, you know, so much filled that I wanted to know that if God would not allow me to get you your token for your commitment for the next year, but He did give me the time, and you have your token for the year. So we do the Sankalap and then Prem Sabal Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. One minute. Just pass the mic there for Panajai. Panajai, just do the Sankalap there for me on this and then we will start. Don't take out yet. Panajai, one of our spiritual leader. I'm one, he's one. He will do the Sankalap and then we will distribute to you all. Pass the mic there for him all there. Who is the first person going for this year? Line up in front here and come. All who going back, stand up and come. Oh boy, nobody ain't going.
Om Gange Chayamne Chaiva Guravare Sindur Kaveri Jalyashmin Shanidhim Kurugam Ganapate Nama Pavitram Tubhyam Samarpayami Nama Krishna Krishna Prabhatamanasya Sri Shabit Varakalpe Vaivas Mantre Kalyuge Kalpatam Bharat Kande Bharat Varse Trena Deshe Om Idisi Maitlan Grami Mapepi Nagri Chetre Gam Ganapate Iti Sri Gam Ganapate Murtayam Tubhyam Dhya Tubhyam Padiyami Pujyami Namah Om.
Okay. Prem Sabal Shri Ganesh Bhagavan Ki Jai. Right, so I'll bring here for me. One. Who come in? I'll come on. Oh gosh, nobody in. Wow. Everybody afraid this. Ganesh Bhagavan Ki Jai. Come on, let's help him off on thing the box there. There's one. Somebody please record it for me. I want to know everybody's name. So. Your husband not going back? Uh-huh. No, I just asking. I ain't forcing. Bless you. Come again. Sir, how much years this is you going, man? This is the first year. Bless you, God. Sing. Sorry. I just wanted you to give.
ॐ गं गणपते नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोदिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोदिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोदिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक
My dear friends,
गं
fast is a very
गणपतये
easy fast.
नमो नमः
There's only three things you must eat.
श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः
Only three things you must not eat: meat, fish, and eggs. You have everything else to eat. And there's only one thing we require, that you do not drink alcohol. So my dear friends, from everything, there's only just a few restrictions. Do not be afraid. But we are not going to force anybody into coming. It must be out of your own will.
श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरिया ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो
I call on the president of Dharam Ki Awaj. This is not to receive yours yet. So two young ladies did not come up voluntarily, But the fast is nothing for them. But my dear friends, this one, the president is receiving it and will make all arrangements so that it will reach Cecilia Maraj of Florida. She have consented and she have given us her word that she is going again for a second year in the devotion. I was there many years ago and have done the Durga Vrat down there. And she took it from there, and there was no turning back. Such a great devotee. And she have said she's going with the Ganesh for another year. And she told me, she said, Panditji, if it wasn't this COVID, she would have surely been here joining with us in this devotion live. But we will make the arrangements, Cecilia. She's viewing us, and we will send it. So Kandika will make sure it reach to you. So Kandika receive on your behalf. Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. So, my dear friends, you see how far our vrat have reached. And we given the vrat commitment. I see you now reach. Any word? Okay, so we'll start with our puja. Come now, Nirupa. All people, wherever you are, and those who are viewing us and want to be part of it, please text us, please, on Pandit Vishnu Live. You can get it. You can send a message, and we will make the arrangement to reach you with your murti. Or you can contact 709 8584. And where's the coordinator one? God, coordinator, your voice so soft I can't hear you. Come up quick. 7098584. That's the president. You can contact. You can also send a message on Pandit Vishnu Live. And the coordinator 364 7117. So all these are numbers you can contact us. So nobody could say that I wanted to be part of it and I didn't know how to contact you because of the COVID. You know, COVID getting a lot of blame now for a lot of things, you know. Prem se bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. So children of God, at this time, wherever you are viewing us from, and all those who are performing your vrat at home, and you at home doing, I want you to know, I have enough of the murtis here for you. And if it is not enough, I have 40. If 40 is not enough, I have contacted this person who supplies it. He tell me he still have plenty more. So I could reach up to 100, please, anybody. And we go find the place. Munesh Yard big, we go put tent every month. And we will have you doing your puja when it's open. Prem se bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki. So take water now and you sprinkle around your baby, please. Om Gange Che Yamuna Che Godavari. Okay. Let's hold 1 minute. There's some little problem with Pandit Vishnu Live, and a lot of people follow us to do the puja on Pandit Vishnu Live. Sprinkle water around now. Om Gange Che Yamuna Che Godavari Saraswati Tani Sarvati Tani Sri Jalpatri Sindhi Kuru. Hari Om Tat Sat Prem se bole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Rinse your hands a little bit. Om Gange Che Yamuna Che Godavari Saraswati Tani Sarvati Tani Sri Jalpatri Sindhi Kuru. Amrito, sip of water now. Amrito Pasta Namasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidha Namasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashah Sri May Sri Shaitam Swaha. Hari Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhandapitaye Sham Yoda Vishtavan Tunaha. Take flowers and pan leaf. Those who have pan leaf already laid it off, you just take flowers now in your hands. So flowers and pan leaf you pray now to that divine Lord as we make invocation to Prithvima. Hari Om Tat Satum Sri Krishna Krishna Sagyai Pavitya Mamasya Vidya Pradve Sri Dvala Kalipati Saptame Vaivas Manvantar Kalipatam Charane Jambu Dvipe West Indies Kande Arivat Arike Desh Antargati Trinidad Desh. True for Sicilia across there, America Desh. Call the village now that you're living and the smaller town. Hari Om Sri Chetre Grami Bhautavatari Tadparahi, whatever wish you have now, Daihik Daivik Bhautik Tapatrayam, Nirvamurtya Devi Grahari Shimuni Madhava. Hari Om Tat Sat Prem se bole Sri Ganesha Bhagwan Pujan Sankalap Karma Hangrikshe. Hari Om Tat Sat Bhurasi Bhumiyasya Dhiryasya Vishwasya Bhuvamasya Dharti. Om Prithvi Yaksha Prithvi Sagwam Soy Prithvi Mata ki Jai. Offer in front of your kalsa. Now take water. Offer 5 times inside of your kalsa. Om Gange Che Yamuna Che Godavari Saraswati Tani Sarvati Tani Sri Jalpatri Sindhi Kuru Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Now take Hardi one time inside of the Kalsa, 5 places on the outside. Om Haridra Sarvabharnabha Sarvya Sobhagya Dhayani Sarvalankar Mukyami Sri Devi Twang Pratigrihitvam Hari Om Tatsat Om Haridra Sarvabharnabha Sarvya Sobhagya Dhayani Sarvalankar Mukyami Devi Twang Sri Devi Twang Pratigrihitvam Hari Om Tatsat. Now you take Sindur. Om Sindhurang Saubharam Raktam Sobhagya Priyavardhanang Sukadhang Mokshidhang Cheva Sindhurang Sri Sindhurang Pratigrihitvam Urit Aruna Sankasham Kusum Sanibhan Imanchal Sri Sindhurang Pratigrihitvam Prem Sabale Sri Ganesha Bhagwan ki jai. Now you take Chandan, 1 inside, 5 places outside. Om Sri Kan Chandanang Divyam Ghandaryam Sumanoharam Vilipranam Sri Sritra Chandanang Pratigrihitvam Hari Om Tatsat. Om Sri Kanda Chandanang Divyam Ghandaryam Sumanoharam Vilipranam Sri Sritra Chandanang Pratigrihitvam Hari Om Tatsat. Tie a cotton around the neck of your kalsa now. Om Namabhistam Tuvime Yuktam Triguna Devatam Upapavityang Maya Dritan Grihan Parameshwaram Prem Sabale Sri Kalsha Devata ki jai. Hari Om Tatsat. 1 supari now inside. Om Pungi Palang Mahadevyam Nagraval Ilaya Chunedhi Shugandhi Tambulang Pratigrihitvam coin. Om Naka Palva Supalva Mauli Bhi Vandit Grihan Yugala Prabhu Hare Hari Om Dakshinan Parigrihan Madhava Dakshina Sri Pati Pate Strangadu Om Kandat Prayohanti Purusha Spari Evano Sri Durbi Pratigrihitvam. 1 bay leaf inside. Om Bela Patra Adhi Jai Kumal Dhi Subhai Sri Bela Patra Pratigrihitvam. Flowers. Om Malika Dhi Shugandhi Nimale Neva Prabhu Maya Hirtani Pujayartang Pushpani Pratigrihitvam. Perfume. Om Ghanda Grihana Devasyam Deva Dhyanidhi Tvam Eva Jagatang Natas Tvam Eva Jagatang Prabhu. Take your stem with the 5 leaf now and turn the water inside of the kalsa. Om Varunasya Oshadham Bhayamasivaha Ashtate Voni Shadhama Purnovo. Om Sri Kalasha Devata ki jai. Now, children of God, please take your coconut now into your hands and you pray. Hari Om Tatsat Om Tatsat. Om Samukascha Ekadantascha Kapilogaj Karnaka Lambo Darasacha Victo Viganasho Ganadipati Namaha. Om Dhumraketu Ganayaksho Balachandro Gajyanaha Dvadeshitani Namami Yatsrinudayape Vidyarambe Vivahi Cha Pravishe Nirgami Tatha Sangrami Sankate Che Eva Vignam Tasyana Jayate. Om Sri Ganesha Bhagwan ki jai. Rest it on top of your coconut, on top of your kalsa. Nana Ratna Samayuktang Karataswara Vibhushanang Asanang Deva Devasya Pratyarta Pratigrihitvam. Hari Om Tatsat. Take a cotton now, put it in a circle, put it on top of your coconut. Namabhistam Tuvime Yuktam Triguna Devata Upapavityang Maya Dritan Grihan Parameshwara. Put one around your Ganesh Murti. Namabhistam Tuvime Yuktam Triguna Devata Upapavityang Maya Dritan Grihan Parameshwara. Prem Sabale Sri Kalsha Devata ki jai. Ganesha Bhagwan ki jai. Now 1 pan leaf and flowers as you now pray to Gauri Mata. Let us all pray to Gauri Mata. Om Sarvamangale Mangalye Shive Sarvayart Shadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute नानारत्ना समायुक्तं कर्ते स्वार विभूषणम् आसनं देवदेवस्य प्रत्यर्ति प्रतिगृहीत्वं प्रेम से बोले श्री गौरी माता की जय, दुर्गा देवी माता की जय. Take another pan leaf and flowers into your hands as we now pray to the Navgraha Devatas. And we ask of the Navgraha Devatas to keep us away from all accidents, calamities, disasters, troubles, difficult moments. Hari Om Brahma Murari Tripurantakari Bhanushasi Bhumishtom Buddhascha Guruscha Shukrashani Rahu Ketum Sarvgraha Shanti Bhavantu. Om Nana Ratna Samayuktam Karta Swara Vibhushanam Asanam Deva Devasyam Pratyarti Pratigrihitvam. Prem se bole Sri Navagraha Devata ki Jai. Take a flowers with a bay leaf and pan leaf as we now pray to Bhagwan Shiva. And we ask of Bhagwan Shiva for that guidance and that protection. Hari Om Om Nagendraharam Trilochanayam Bhashmangragaya Maheshwarayam Nityaya Shudaya Digammarayam Tasmai Nakarayam Namaha Shivayam. Om Nana Ratna Samayuktam Karta Swara Vibhushanam Asanam Deva Devasyam Pratyarti Pratigrihitvam. Om Sri Shiva Bhagwan ki Jai. Now you take another pan leaf and flowers as you now pray to the Guru. Let us all pray. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaram Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Sri Guru Devata ki Jai. Offer your flowers in. Light your diya on your parai now. And then you take a pan leaf with flowers and you place it in front of your light. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Sri Mahalakshmi Mata ki Jai. Now take your parai and your diya and do a little arati. Om Yani Kani Cha Papani Janmayarta Kritani Cha Tani Tani Vinashayanti Sri Pradakshina Pade Pade. Ganesh Bhagwan ki. Now you take water 3 times on top of your coconut and then 1 time to the other places. Hari Om Gange Che Yamuna Che Godavari Saraswati Tani Sarvate Tani Sri Jalpatre Sindhi Kurum. Om Gange Che Yamuna Che Godavari Saraswati Tani Sarvate Tani Sri Jalpatre Sindhi Kurum. Now you take saffron and you offer right through. Om Haridra Sarva Bharnabha Sarvya Sobhagya Dhayani Sarvalankar Mukyami Devi Tvam Pratigrihitvam. Om Haridra Sarva Bharnabha Sarvya Sobhagya Dhayani Sarvalankar Mukyami Devi Tvam Pratigrihitvam. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now Sindur. Om Sinduram Saubharam Raktam Sobhagya Priya Vardhanam Sukadhang Mokshadhang Chevam Sri Sindhurang Pratigrehitvang Uretaruna Sankasham Kusum Sanibhan Imanchala Sri Sindhurang Pratigrehitvang Ganesha Bhagwan Ki Jai. Children of God who are viewing us, if you so wish to keep the year Vrat until 2022, please feel free to call us. I give you some numbers, text us, and we will get everything to you. Let us pray again as we offer Chanda now. Om Sri Kanda Chandanam Divyam Gandharyam Sumanoharam Vilepranam Suresritram Chandanam Pratigrehitvang Sri Kanda Chandanam Divyam Gandharyam Sumanoharam Vilepranam Suresritram Chandanam Pratigrehitvang. Prem Sabale Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. If you have a strand of doobgrass, offer it right through. Om Kandat Kandat Prayohante Purusha Purusha Sparim Evano Sri Durbe Pratigrehitvam. Om Kandat Kandat Prayohante Purusha Purusha Sparim Evano Sri Durbe Pratigrehitvam. Prem Sabale Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. If you have enough bay leaf, offer one right through. Om Belapatra Adhijay Kumaldhi Subhay Sri Belapatra Pratigrehitvang. Om Belapatra Adhijay Kumaldhi Subhay Sri Belapatra Pratigrehitvang. Om Belapatra Adhijay Kumaldhi Subhay Sri Belapatra Pratigrehitvang. Prem Sabale Sri Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. Flowers now right through. Om Malikadhi Shugandheni Malene Va Prabhu Maya Hirtani Pujayartam Sri Pushpani Pratigrehitvang. Om Malikadhi Shugandheni Malene Va Prabhu Maya Hirtani Pujayartam Sri Pushpani Pratigrehitvang. Now you take perfume and you offer right through. Om Ghanna Ghanna Grihana Devasyam Deva Deva Dhayanidhim Tvam Eva Jagatang Natas Tvam Eva Jagatang Prabhu. Hari Om Sri Ganesha Bhagwan Ki Jai. Arti. Om Yani Kani Chapapani Janmayarta Kritani Chain Tani Tani Vinashayantim Sri Pradakshina Pade Pade. Prem Sabale Sri Ganesha Bhagwan Ki Jai. So my dear friends, those who are home will remain in front of your murti and you will offer there. The children who are here performing the puja will go now in front of Ganesh Bhagwan and they will make their offerings. You still have time, my dear friends. Our Visarjan will be on Saturday, but this would be our last evening here. From tomorrow to Saturday evening, we'll be in Felicity, Kakandi Road. So now take your doobgrass into your hands and you all pray now. Om Kandat Kandat Prayohantim Purusha Purusha Sparim Evano Sri Durbe Pratigrehitvang. Now you offer, touch it to the murti, carry it to your forehead, and you offer one by one there now for 21 offerings. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah Swaham. 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah Swaha. 6 more. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah Swaham. 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah Swaha. Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Now take your prasad into your hands now and you pray. Hari Om. Om Tvariyam Vastu Govindam Tumiyam Eva Samarprahit Grihana Sanmukho Bhutva Prasidha Purushottamaham Brahmarpanam Brahmaved Brahmguno Brahmutam Brahmeva Ghantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Hari Om Tat Sat. Ganesha Bhagwan ki Jai. Touch it there, carry it to your forehead. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now you make 21 offerings of your prasad. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah Swaha. 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 6 more. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namah Swaha. 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 Take water now and you circle right through. Om Mandakini Astu Yarvari Sarva Papaharam Divyam Tatidam Kale Pratam Samyajam Achmanyam Twantwayam. Prem Sabale Sri Ganesha Bhagwan ki Jai. Light 2 diyas there, Nirupa. You light 2 on the side arm. And somebody will come and light out here. As all, they will go to the back now to do Hawan. Panajay conduct ni Hawan only. Conduct ni Hawan. Children of God, light your Hawan now. Please light the fire. Somebody take the live down there so that people can follow. Om Bhurbhuvasva. Om Bhurbhuvasva Dhauriva Bhumna Prithvi Bhavanimna Taste Yasta Prithvi Devaya Jani Pratishtaya Gani Anadhama Anadhadaya Dadhim. Om Sri again Devata ki Jai. Fan the fire. Om Mud Buddha Swagani Prati Jagrahitva Mishta Purati सांसृजेतामयं च अस्मिन् सदस्मिन् अर्युतधस्मिन् विश्वे देवाय जमुने च सीजताम् ओम श्री अगन देवता की जय सक्रिफाइड वाटर ओम मंदकिनी अस्तु यारवारी सर्व पापहरम दिव्यम ततिदम कले प्रतम संयज्यम आचमन्यं त्वं त्वयाम प्रेम सबले श्री अगन देवता की जय start offering your ghee now ओम अयंतमयात्मा जात वेद से नित्यस्व वर्ध्यस्व चेद वर्दया चास्मान प्रजया प्रशोभि ब्रह्म वर्जसे अनाधीना समीधया स्वाहम ओम सुसुमीधया सो जिसे गृटंति ब्रह्मजोहोतन अगनाय जात वेद से स्वाहम ओम समीधयगनिम धुवस्य घृतेद बोधयम आतिथिमास्मिन् हाव्यजोहोतन स्वाहम ओम गम गणपतिये नमः स्वाहम ओम गौरी माताये नमः स्वाहम ओम दुर्गा माताये नमः स्वाहम ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहम ओम श्री भास्कराये नमः स्वाहम सोमाये नमः स्वाहम भौमाये नमः स्वाहम बुधाये नमः स्वाहम ओम बृहस्पतियाये नमः स्वाहम ओम शुक्राये नमः स्वाहम ओम शनियाये नमः स्वाहम ओम राहुआये नमः स्वाहम ओम केतवे नमः स्वाहम नमो नारायणाय नमः स्वाहम ओम गम गणपते 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 नमः स्वाहम Take water now and do Achman. Om Mandakini astu yarvari sarva papaharam divyam tatidam kale pratam samyajam Achmanyam tvam tvayam Om Sri Again Devata ki Jai. Find in different direction. Om Uddha Swagani Prati Jagrahe Tvamishtapurati Samsrije Tamayam Cham Asmin Sadasmin Aryutadhasmin Vishwe Devaya Jamunai Jai Sejatam Again Devata ki Jai. Now come down here, take your coconuts in your hands. Devotees and friends, wherever you are, take your coconut now from on top of the kalsa and hold it into your hands. Prem Sabale Sri Ganesha Bhagwan ki Jai. Omar will take the lead, so you'll play the drum for me. Prem Sabale Shri Ram Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Please stand. I will recite the mantra and then Omar will take the lead in doing the Arti Bhajan. Hari Om Samukascha Ekadantascha Kapilogacha Karnakam Lambodarascha Vikto Viganasho Ganadipati Namaham Om Dhumraketu Ganayaksho Balachandro Gajyanaham द्वादेशतनि नमामि यत् शृणुदयापिं वेद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा संग्रमे संकटे च एवं विघ्नं तस्य न जायते। ओम श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। Clap. जय गणेश and then continue.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोदिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोदिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोदिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोदिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोदिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। गणपति बप्पा मोरिया। गं गणपतये नमो नमः। श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः। अष्टविनायक नमो नमः। नंदन श्री गणेश
गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश
शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश
शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश
शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश
शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश
गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश
गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश
जय 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 गणपति देवा
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 गजानना है गजानना
गजानना हे गजानना
गजानना है गजानना
गजानना हे गजानना
गजानना है गणपति देवा
गजानना हे गणपति देवा
गजानना है गणपति देवा
गजानना हे गणपति देवा
जय 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 गणपति देवा
गजानना है गजानना
गजानना हे गजानना
गजानना है गजानना
गजानना हे गजानना
गजानना है गणपति देवा
गजानना हे गणपति देवा
गजानना है गणपति देवा
गजानना हे गणपति देवा
मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बाबा मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया 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 रे
मोरिया 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 रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
हे मोरिया रे बप्प मोरिया रे
मोरिया रे बप्पा मोरिया रे
Let us all pray. Asatoma Satgamayam Tamasoma Jyotirgamayam Mrityoramam Amritam Gamayam Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandho Chasika Tvamevam Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvamevam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Devam Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Prem se bole Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Sanatan Dharma ki Om Sri Gurudevata ki Jai Jai Sitaram. All please have your seats. My dear friends, I am very, very much pleased to see the amount of you who have already committed yourself to the Ganesh devotion for 2022. On Saturday morning, I will be here tomorrow morning from 6 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock. And then we will be in Felicity, Kakandi Road, from